Race Department RDGP round number 4 at the NOLA Motorsports in the good old US of A. I'm told that this is in New Orleans. Apologies for the technical difficulties I had there. I don't believe you could hear me. Peter is in the booth with me. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening.
And how are you on this fine Sunday evening?
I'm pretty good, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what NOLA can throw for us. A new circuit for, I think, pretty much all of us, including some of the drivers. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
No, indeed, indeed. And so, again, once apologies for the technical difficulties that we've experienced. We had tested everything, and then when you sometimes click the go live, things don't quite go swimmingly to plan, and therefore you're scratching your head trying to work out what it possibly could be. So I've had to make a couple of swift changes, and the only thing is, Peter, we had tested it before we went live, and everything seemed to be working. So life is what it is. But before we had the streaming debacle, then we were talking off air and just saying that again the top three are pretty close in the practice session that's taken place just before qualifying, which is what we've got 17 minutes of that remaining.
Yes, in practice session just been, Christian Moreau was 2 tenths ahead of Dan Long, and that's the order this is in the championship as well. So shaping up very well to be an interesting battle between the two of them. Having said that, Anders Murr has just popped up into second position in this qualifying session, just over a tenth of a second behind Christian. So it'll be interesting to see how the qualifying order shapes up after we complete this qualifying session.
Yeah, so all interesting stuff indeed. I'm being told that I'm pretty quiet still, and this is one of the reasons why I had to set up a different way in the hope that things would be resolved. But I'm having some real issues boosting my volume. I can't really do a lot about it. Unfortunately, these things do set to try us, and this is definitely one of those evenings. Unfortunately, so just have to bear with me, I'm afraid, on this occasion. So currently, Christian Maru is leading the way on the leaderboard, setting the pace once again.
Yes, he's just been Mr. Consistent so far this season. Third, second, and second has allowed him to jump up to the lead of the championship, albeit by just 1 point ahead of Dan Long. But that all-important point is what matters at the end of the championship. So at the moment, Christian's looking pretty good, and with himself on provisional pole and Dan on the second row, it's looking even better for him to extend that lead by a few more points.
Yeah, so I'm not really familiar with this track at all. Didn't even know it existed in school. Saw that we were building. Okay. There's still obviously some technical issues. I don't know if people can hear the game or not. So please let us know in the chat. One of those evenings, unfortunately. Yeah. Uh, things are set to quiet, I think. Overlays. Let me forget that. Right. Okay. Oh, right. So, yes, 14 minutes, just under 15 minutes of qualifying go. Muru setting the pace. And as my man that won last time out, where is he? 40 number 8. So, he's in 8th position. That was an amazing race last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those surprising all the way through the race. We had a battle for the top 6 at one point, and then obviously with the final couple of minutes being so dramatic with drivers being whether we're going to take pit stops or not take pit stops, and in the end it was Paul Ahonen that managed to come through and take the win. A very unexpected win for both ourselves and I think for him a little bit. He said himself that he didn't expect everyone else to pit, and hence why he was able to get so far up at the front.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was quite an amazing interview at the end of the race, wasn't it? And just to hear you know, the thoughts of the three drivers and the drivers tonight will be back after this particular race as well, and talking to us, the guys that are on the podium. But yeah, we talking to one of the organisers, Joseph Wright, earlier on. We don't suspect they're going to need to pit this evening. What we are hoping for is a better first corner, Peter.
Yes, we had a few incidents last time out. The first two rounds were pretty good, but last time out, a large incident through the CNRSs, which took out quite a bit of the field, and in the end, I think only about 15 to 16 drivers ended up finishing the race through one incident or another, which was a bit disappointing. And one surprise driver that we've got up the top now is Yuri Kapstor, who's just put him at the fastest lap.
Oh yeah,
I believe it's his first race in this series.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've had again, Peter and I were as when we were testing things offline, as you do before you go live. But as we know, gremlins still creep in, as we've seen this evening. We were talking about the fact that a few drivers have unfortunately pulled out this week. One being Tom Watts due to family commitments, which is understandable. Family's got to come first. And one other, Fernando Deutsch has got some issues with his PC, unfortunately. He's got some more gremlins than I have, so he's unable to take part. And John Holbert is not able to take part this week either. So Yuri Kazdrop there is one of the drivers that have filled one of those missing positions, or the positions that are opened up. So as we watch Paulie Ahonen at the moment in that lovely livery, there's also two pit entries. If drivers do decide to pit, there are two pit entries on this track apparently. One of them I was watching earlier on the server, and there's quite a tight entry. So yeah, that's Matt Legale is currently in P7. That's not bad going, Matt. That's good. He had a good race out last time, didn't he? Matt Legale, he was fighting up there.
Yeah, he did. He was in the lead for quite a bit, the majority of the race, and took pole position for the previous round at Interlagos 1 week ago. But unfortunately, at the end of the race, the pit stop didn't quite work out for him, and he dropped off the podium in the end and finished down in 5th position. So unfortunate for Matt, but I expect him to spring back today, as he always does, and putting in some good times in 7th position at the moment. Yeah,
no, he's definitely, I think, over one lap he's fast. It's just getting that level of consistency up for him, isn't it? And I think that's what you said last time out, as Christian Maru, who's currently in 2nd place. We'll look at him for a bit. Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get like a top 3 finish. It looked like it was going to happen last time out, but yeah, it wasn't to be, unfortunately.
No, and unfortunately for him, his pit stop sort of dropped him a little bit of time, and but apart from that, he was doing very well throughout the race, and looked on for a top spot in the championship running in the end of it, but unfortunately sat down in 11th position. He was 19th before that round, so he has jumped up a few positions, and we expect him to jump up a few more if he finishes where he is qualifying currently, or where his pace currently suggests. But yeah, Matt's never seemed to be able to quite pull a race together, even when he had the pace. And I think especially at a circuit like Interlagos, where we did have that big group battling at the front, and overall it was more tight than perhaps Suzuka and Zandvoort were, especially at the front. I think the cars were against him slightly, just because of the number of drivers around him, apart from anything else.
Yeah, it was a really good bit, wasn't there, where where the three at the front were battling away, and then it kind of brought the other drivers in for a bit, didn't it? Like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we thought we were going to have a big battle between the whole bunch, but it didn't end up that way, did it?
No, not till the end of the race at least. There was a few short laps where we had all 6 together, but unfortunately Andres Mer was unfortunately not taken out, but 2 cars into one didn't mix, and he ended up off the circuit, and a few other drivers had to pit, and that scuppered the strategies up a little bit, and in the end it was Paulie Ahonen that managed to save, I believe, 2.5 laps worth of fuel over the race in order to take the win. He was telling us.
Unbelievable. Really was unbelievable.
And set the fastest lap.
And yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, completely forgot about that. That's very true. He did do that. Okay, so right, I think we've just lost some. I think we might have lost the game audio, but I think we've got it back. Right, excellent. Okay, Gremlins. Have you taken a look at the map track? Because literally, or the track, the map track or track map even would be better. Only 16 corners, and literally they're called turn T1, T2, T3, T4. This is going to be easy tonight.
Yeah, much easier than Zandvoort and Interlagos at least. Yeah, I had a few laps on the circuit this week. Unfortunately, my PC's been playing up. The unusually hot British weather has been playing havoc with my PC cooling system, and therefore my CPU's been a bit low. But I did have a chance of a few laps, and certainly that turn 8 to turn 12 section along the back of the circuit is a bit like a mini Maggots and Beckett's. It's right, left, right, and then you've got a tight right-hander at the end of it, which will probably be quite a good overtaking opportunity, but
yeah, I seem to have broken things. So again, I've just lost Peter entirely. Peter, can you hear me? Yeah, I've completely, I've completely lost him. Right, so these things are trying me this evening. So I will try my utmost to get the audio back from the game. I've lost the audio from the game as well. So having some real technical issues, and I can't work out why this evening. These things are set to try me, that's for sure. Yeah, I think Peter can hear me, but I can't hear him. So if you just bear with me while I look at this. Yuri Kozlov is still your man in pole position. If we hopefully Peter I can hear. Hopefully I can hear you now. Let's see. No. Hello, Peter. You there? Right. Okay. I can hear you. Can they hear you? Can you just talk for me? I've lost the audio of the game, and I'm not quite sure why. That's no, it's not. I don't really know why I've just lost the audio. It's very, very odd. Because the desktop audio's gone as well. So if you just bear, I think what's also not helped is Windows updates recently. So let me try that. Oh, hello. I can hear audio for the cars, but that's still not going out. Okay. Right, there we go. Some reason I think Windows have done something. Right, Peter, I think you should be back now. Okay, you're not back, but I wonder. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's me just trying to flick things round. People can definitely hear me. They just can't hear you, and they can hear the cars. So, yeah, if you can just give me a bit of audio, I can hopefully see if it's picking you up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, you're back. Okay, right. Yeah, I think Windows switched something on me there. That's what it was. Windows in the background decided it was going to switch something. So don't quite know why that would be the case, but here we go. Things do twice. Right, Matt Legale's up into P6 now.
Yeah, and so the other big move is Christian Moreau's put 4 temps on the rest of the field, including Yuri Kapstorp and Dan Long.
Blimey, yeah. Yeah, nearly half a second up.
Mega lap.
Yeah. Mega. Okay. leaving it quite till the pretty late to. So a few drivers have been going into the pits. So Christian Maru is currently your P1. I can see a message here. This man here, Daniel Watkin, was recently off the track. Look at that pit entry. It's tight. That looking at Simon Marshall. He's just gone. I love the fact it's old-fashioned pits here. Okay, let's see what Yuri Kazdrop's got in him. As he loses the rear end a little bit there. Goes off track and spins. Right, so
yeah,
looks like he's
that
pushing.
Shows he's pushing to the limit.
Yeah, definitely pushing hard there. And okay, so he hits the pits, and I'm sure he'll be out pretty soon. He's just got under 3 minutes to get going. Let's have a look at P3 man Dan Long in what can only be described as a Williams type livery for me. When they were BMW. Or was it actually? No, it was a BMW team in F1, wasn't it? Yeah, just a BMW.
Yeah, BMW Williams it was.
Yeah, it
the
was.
Other way around.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Currently half a second down on Christian Maru, who's the fastest man out there. Track temperature 31 degrees. It's warm. Air temperature 34 degrees as well. So, as Dan Long pushes wide there. The drivers have been were reminded before today's sessions not, because I think there are some cone sections off the track, and when I was watching on the practice server, you can see drivers were using that as an advantage to be able to complete an out lap quicker.
Ah, okay.
To go and do a qualifying lap. So a nice gentleman message came out from the organisers today saying, we will be watching, keep an eye out for people, because it's not fair if you cut out your out lap. It's an advantage, so you shouldn't be doing that. This track also, as I noticed, you said you went around it the other day. It's got a lot of runoff, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. Of course, in America they've got a lot of space, so they can afford to have a lot of runoff. And I believe IndyCar runs here as well, so that probably comes into it as well. But certainly before IndyCar raced here, I'd never heard of it. But IndyCar has been racing here in the last few years, and I might be completely wrong, but I believe one year it was completely called off because it flooded. So they had to call off the IndyCar race, or certainly there was torrential rain, so they had to call it off. But yeah, the only time I've seen it is with IndyCar. However, they don't use the Maggots and Beckett section; they just go right, left, and then straight on.
Right. Okay. I haven't watched IndyCar in years. But yeah, I'll trust your information. I won't fact check that for you.
I wouldn't do that.
No,
I wouldn't.
No. Is that too risky? Yeah.
Probably for this kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
IndyCar's not my strong suit.
No, me neither. So we're in the same boat there. The clock is counting down, 30 seconds remain. A reminder that this evening it is 100% damage. There is no mandatory pit stop. There is no pit window either. Judging by the kind of we go by last week's race. There was an incident in the first corner into Lagos. We had probably the biggest number of DNFs I think we've had so far. Quite a few of those were in the first few laps. Others tried to get going, were going to the pits. This was the other thing that I was reading in the comments after the race during the week. People went in for repairs, but the game wasn't fully repairing their wings. So so they would still have, one of them guy said he still had damage on the left side of his front wing, and to get it repaired he might have to go in again and lose to it. So he just gave up. He was just like, well. So so there's been a gentleman reminder again, guys, please try and take it easy on the first corner. So the time is now finished on qualifying, and I think there are some drivers still out there, like this man here, Yuri Kazdrop, who's coming round now, I think onto the final. Yeah, here we go to complete his lap. Can he grab pole position? Negative, he stays in P2. Charles Bacchio is currently in P7, so in one of the TDR cars. And he goes into the pits, and so Paul Yohonen currently in 10th, What can he do? Can he gain a position or two? No, and that brings qualifying to a close. The next event for us is the warm-up. So drivers will be going out for 5 minutes after that. Qualifying session. So your pole man is Christian Maru. And then in P2, Yuri Kajdorp, a new driver for this round. Third, Dan Long. Fourth, Craig Patterson. Fifth, Anders Meyer. Sixth, Matt Legale. Seventh, Charles Bacchio. Eighth, Lorenzo Bonna. Ninth, Tobias Rona. 10 position is the man that won last time out. I think caught a few drivers unaware there by saving fuel. Paulie Ahonen. 11th, Henry Jury. 12th, Kreshnik Halili. 13th, Brian Van Buskum. 14th, Eric Ockverk. 15th, Daniel Watkin. 16th, Johnny Stavros. 17th, one of the organisers, Joseph Wright. Cole Little's in 18th. Paul Fenwick, 19th. Simon Marshall, 20th. 21st, Andrew Harper. Anders Jensen is in 22nd. And rounding us up in 23rd is Christoph Maj. Okay, so prediction. Let's start talking predictions. Can they keep it clean in the first corner this week? What do you think?
I think because of the amount of runoff on that first corner, there is a lot of tarmac that you can go on to. I think it's going to be pretty clean. There might be a few drivers going out wide, and the other thing is it's also a very long run into turn one. So I think drivers will be able to keep it clean. Having said that, one driver just went straight into a barrier in pit entry, so it's not looking good.
On the entry, you mean? Did you say, or the out?
Yeah, pit exit, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think, yeah, it'll be pretty smooth.
Yeah, like I said, I think the pits are tight here. As we're watching Kreshnik Halili do some practice race starts.
Always sensible.
Yeah. Brian Van Buskum now leaving the pits. Most drivers, I think, are out now. There's a few drivers that's in the garage. Like the top four are sitting there. Craig Patterson had a good time out last time, didn't he?
Yeah, you're one to watch. Now fourth in the championship thanks to third position there.
Yeah, he's currently in the garage. So there's not much excitement going on for him right now. But yeah, had a really good race. Had some really good battles last time out. Who was it he was battling with? Was it Tobias Rona who lost it and gave Craig fourth position at one point during the race? Was it Tobias? Or I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tobias.
There was an incident between
Craig
Charles Bacchio and Craig Patterson where they went side by side through turn two.
Oh, was it Charles? Was it? Right, okay.
And Charles went into the barrier.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who it
The
was.
one you're thinking about?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but there wasn't any. I didn't look like they touched, but just very close racing. But yeah, no, it was a really good time out last time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got very excited, but I don't think my voice could cope with that again this week. So
no, definitely not.
I was out yesterday in the sun and had a few, can we say, beverages of the alcoholic kind, and I have been feeling like death all day. So yeah, honestly, I could have done without this tonight. So, but McDonald's sorting me out. So yeah, that's. If you ever feel a little bit under the weather, guys, a McDonald's milkshake, you just can't beat it. It makes you feel good.
We're not sponsored by McDonald's, before you ask.
No, other brands are available. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. But yeah, Paulie Ahonen. So qualified 10th. Currently out in the warm-up with us drivers. 2.5 minutes to go. Could he be another surprise package this week?
His fuel saving seems to be very good, which always bodes well. But given what the drivers have been saying, and certainly the track nature, with the number of braking zones here in comparison to Interlagos, I think there's not really going to be that much of an issue with fuel. Certainly not as much as in Interlagos. So I don't think we'll be expecting a pit stop, but we never know. There might be some surprises in store. And I hope for the sake of entertainment there are, because certainly last week it was very entertaining.
Oh yeah, it threw up a couple of it threw up a couple of surprises, didn't it? So it would be It'd be nice, wouldn't it? So.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
And yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves last time out. I think we can both honestly say. I mean, it's only the second league I've done, but that was probably the best race I've had to watch so far. And I think, you know, the two things that made it great were one, three things really. The level of driving at the top of the pack was exceptional. You know, people were aggressive, but within reason. I felt. Secondly, the car. I think, you know, it allows for close racing with the aerodynamics and everything else. And third was the track. It's just a great track in Interlagos. It's got everything you need, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, as one of the drivers spins in front of Paul Yahonen, and he manages to take evasive action. Was that Joseph Wright spinning? Because it looked like his livery. So what does?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What I've noticed is in between qualifying and warm up here is that the track temperature has decreased significantly from 31 degrees to 26 degrees.
Oh,
so I think that's catching a few drivers out.
It has, hasn't it? Yeah, good spot. I've got that on another screen, so I have to crank my next to left. So yeah, I've completely missed that. Good spot. Yeah, it has. Air temperature's the same though, isn't it?
Exactly. Which is confusing.
Yes. Yeah, try and work that one out. Yeah.
Alas. So, coming to the end of warm-up now. Predictions for the race. Who do you think is going to be the winner?
I think Christian Maru's got to be a good shout for it, hasn't he?
Yeah. Let's
be honest. You know, I haven't got them up on the screen for a reason because it's just a warm-up. But Anders Meyer's gone quickest in this session as he spins. Nice bit of smoke there. Paul Honen's currently, but they're not anywhere near the time that was set in quali, so they're about second off it. So I think Anders Meyer's just warming up his rear tyres by the looks of it. Yeah, some drifting. Yeah, I'm gonna say Christian Maru. I think. What about you?
I'd say the same. I think. I want to say Yuri Kapstorp just for the unexpectedness of it and the surprise factor, but I think Christian had the pace in qualifying, and given his experience with the car now, they've done a few races, and certainly his experience racing with the other drivers, I think he could be the one to watch today.
Yeah, he's a really loud man, that guy.
Yeah, he's enthusiastic. I'll give him that.
Yeah. So the drivers have now just completed the 5-minute warm-up, and then after the 5-minute warm-up, they have a warm-up lap as well. So you know, not it's overkill, but yeah. So we're sticking with the warm-up graphics for the moment as the drivers all sit there. I'll give the the overlays will come up just as the race is about to start, and we'll get rid of the bottom banner and things like that. So we're all ready, just waiting for the guys to come out of the pits and start the warm-up. Are you going to try and predict a top 3? Are we gonna be that bold?
Ooh, Christian Moreau.
Yeah.
Is there anything in it for me? Are we gonna have bets on?
What do you mean anything? Oh no, I'm not. No, I can't condone betting. No. Just it's just for your pride. Your pride. That's what you're playing for.
Christian Moreau.
Yeah.
Dan Long. Yuri Kapstorp. I'm gonna say.
Okay. So you've gone for the people that qualified first, second, and third here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Christian Maru's definitely gonna be in there. I'm not sure about Yuri Kapstorp. I don't really know of him. As we watch Christoph Madge, the last man on the field, pulled away nice and slowly there for the warm-up lap. I'm gonna say Christian Maru, Dan Long, and Craig Patterson.
Okay.
I tell you what, if we're both completely wrong, we'd look like idiots, won't we? This is the thing where you stick your neck out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess predictions are to be thwarted, aren't they? Yeah.
I guess
I've noticed as well. In the last round, they were going around the wall like very slowly in 5th gear, and this round they seem to be doing the same.
Ah, so yes. Let's go.
Whether that's a
let's go on board.
fuel saving thing or whether that's
I would, what it is, isn't it? That's what we talked about at the end of last week's race, wasn't it? So definitely fuel saving going on.
Already, and the race hasn't even started.
Says what you need. Says what you need to know, doesn't it? Really, and they're all they're all doing it. They're all doing it. So not really putting much tyres or temperatures in the tyres of the brake, which might explain why they have instances in the first corner.
Possibly. Yeah. Then again,
you know, should the stewards be saying, guys, we've got to pick up the pace in the warm-up lap? Just putting it out there.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, it could be a rule. Yeah. Because certainly, this pace is slow enough to be detrimental to tyre temperatures.
Yeah, and the brakes. Yeah, and it could explain why we have instances into the first corner. Yeah. You know, the whole idea of a warm-up lap is to get your car prepped for the race, right? So.
Yeah, there's certainly no burnouts and wiggling around. Maybe we're doing the Kimi Räikkönen method of just driving a straight line.
I love that, man. I've got a lot of time for that, man.
Yeah, I love that GIF. It's brilliant.
Which one's that?
The one where everyone else is weaving and he's just driving straight.
Oh, right, yeah. Thanks for the follow there, VSR. I didn't quite catch your name, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Twitch stream for tonight's evening as we're on board with Anders Jensen, but I'm going to switch us now to the man that's at the back, which is Christoph Madge. I want to see where he is. Right, so we're all looking pretty bunched up as they're coming on. So we'll now switch the camera to and we're going to switch that. Right, we're nearly ready to go here. Never know where the lights are on this thing, though. I don't get them. So sometimes they catch me unawares when they're ready to go. There's a car just pulling in.
Here we go. 5 lights.
And we're off there, and then we'll get the green flag. And Christian Maru gets a good start, but Dan Long, Yuri Kazan looking pretty close together as we now approach into the first corner. Oh, Yuri has looked for the slipstream there, but I think Dan Long, and he's gone on the outside of Christian Maru.
He's got a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Oh, cool. That was some start there by Yuri Castro. Oh, unbelievable. As in the background, we've got the man in red. Is I think that might be Anders Meyer. He's trying to make a move there. I'm not quite sure. What a brilliant start from Yuri Kasdorp there.
Yeah, just drove round the outside of Christian Moreau. Christian defended the inside, thought he had the better line into turn 1, and Yuri said, well, you might have the better line, but I've got the most speed.
Yeah, unbelievable action. Simon Marshall's all the way down in 20th. Something must have happened there. He's a little bit off the rest of the pack. There are a couple other drivers that's kind of filtering through as well. So I wonder if there was an incident that we've totally missed, as he's currently your race leader on lap 1, Yuri Kasdorp. And the top 3 of Christian Maru and Dan Long are already kind of breaking away a little bit from Craig Patterson.
Yeah, a few little gaps appearing on lap 1 as they try and get heat into the tyres and the brakes. But yeah, an extraordinary start from Yuri Kasdorp, who'll lead the first of the laps. And Christian's, I think, close enough to gain the slipstream. I don't know about Dan, though. He's 7 tenths back already. And as you said, a few gaps appearing. Matt Legale's made a good start.
He has, up into 5th, yeah.
Patterson.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have Craig here.
No, he backs out of it, but that lets Anders Meyer kind of have a little bit of a sniff as well, doesn't it? Of on the back of Matt Legale. So it's right on board with Anders Meyer. We'll keep an eye on what's going on up top at the moment. But the thing is, like with these battles, you know, they tend to slow you down. So the guys up ahead are slowly breaking away a little bit, I think.
Anders Meyer, sorry, Yuri Kasdorp sideways through turn number 4 there. L drift though.
Yeah, L.
The way to go.
It's one way to do it. Christoph Madge has had a reasonable start. He's gained 2 places, but like I say, I don't know whether there was an incident. Brian Babuscom has just got 13th position, pushing down Eric Ockverk into 14th. Looks like these guys have been swapping positions.
And Lorenzo Bonda and Kresnik Halili side by side into the chicanes. And Henry Drury getting very sideways. He's made a good start. Henry Drury up into the top 10.
Nice work. Yeah, this is a lot of close battles going on here. Like you say, Lorenzo Bonda, but he's kind of falling a little bit away from Henry Drury and kind of into the clutches of Kresnik Halili there. So we go on board with Kresnik Halili. Oh, they touched, didn't they? Did they touch? Oh, that was close. And he's had to break out of it. So we've got Brian Babuscom going down the back. He's been tailgated by Kresnik.
Eric Ockverk.
Yeah, Eric Ockverk. Oh, look, they're going to swap again.
Kresnik had to go straight on.
Yeah.
De Vrij wants to get involved as well.
Blimey, this is fun.
We have to say thank you to Joseph.
Who's just gone off? Kresnik Halili's now got off the track, back on the track. Oh, blimey, there's a lot of battling going on here. Anders Jensen's just gone up into 17th. He's just made a move there, so pushing Kresnik Halili down to 18th. He's just come off the track. Paul Fenwick's moved up lost actually. He's now into 17th. Anders Jensen went past and took 16th. Right, the gap at the front is half a second, so we'll stick with these battles for the moment. There's a lot going on here. Let's go back to Paulie Ahonen because he's battling with Henry Drury at the moment, or Tobias Rona even actually. Apologies, Tobias Rona. So on board. Here we go with Paulie Ahonen, your race winner last time out. Having another solid race already. Only a couple of minutes in.
Yeah, looking very strong in the back of Tobias Rona, and that result pushed him up to 4th position in the championship. So a really good start to the championship. And Charles Bacchio's all over the place. Where's he going? And that's given Tobias Rona and Paulie Ahonen the way through.
Yeah.
And has he got a penalty or something? He seems to be going very slowly through there. And look at Henry Drury, he's going to take advantage of that. Up to 8th. Can he get 7th as well? A dream start for Henry Drury.
Yeah, he's having a... Oh. Yeah, look, it's going to take Paulie Ahonen on the right, on the inside there, and he gets the curb. But then Paulie Ahonen goes a little bit wide. He's still got the inside line. He hasn't given him a lot of room. I think Paulie Ahonen had to back out a little bit there. Oh, I thought the 2 TDR cars were going to come together then. And they split the 2 drivers. Look at that.
Yeah.
Amazing driving.
Lorenzo Bonda's come up the inside, and so's Brian Van Booscomon. What's happened to Charles Bacchio?
Let's have a look.
12th position.
Yeah. He's under pressure now from Eric Orvik.
He seems to be just understeering everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got...
by Eric Ockverk.
One of he's got some damage somewhere. I wonder if we'll see him hit the pits. I think we're coming to the last corner now, aren't we? So, will he be going into the pits? He's definitely struggling a little bit. Let's... I know we're on the wrong bit of the track. We're not in the final corner at all.
We've got our first retirement, unfortunately. Andrew Harper out of the race.
That's a shame. We're only about 5, 6, 7 minutes in, so that is a real shame. I think Christian Maru is closing up to Yuri Kazdrop there. Yeah, it's probably about the same as it was. But Dan Long is losing them a little bit. He's
Galley's looking strong again.
Sorry, who is?
On the back of Craig Patterson.
Craig Patterson, right, Matt Legale.
Yeah.
There we go.
Up the inside, it's turn 1. He tried it a few laps ago. And again, he's not able to make it move.
I don't know whether that's, he doesn't take Matt Legale out there because Matt's hit the brakes a little bit, but he's trying to go for the inside here, but yeah, he's not far alongside, he's not far enough. Yeah, it was never going to work.
Battle for 7th is looking very good. Tobias Rona's got back in front of Henry Drury. Henry's going to be hung out to dry here on the outside. And meanwhile, Charles Bacchio falls further and further back into the clutches of Joseph Wright and Carl Little.
Blimey, yeah. Joseph Wright is currently in 14th position. Anders Meyer is all over the back of Craig Patterson. Very, very tight. The gap to Yuri Kazdorp from Christian Maru has closed down a little bit in the last lap, so I'm just keeping an eye on that, just in case we need to go and switch over. But there are a lot of battles going on. Quick, yeah. Okay, where do we go next? This is. She's still got. Oh,
and Anders Murr making a move at the inside.
Oh.
Not able to make it stick though.
No, that's not gonna happen there. Wasn't. You don't get a huge amount of slipstream in these things. There's just not enough power in the engine to really take advantage, I don't think. So you got this little gap, this group behind as well. So you got the group up ahead. It's kind of, I guess, Matt Legale, Craig Patterson, Anders Meyer. Then you've got this group which starts with Tobias Rona, and I think ends with Lorenzo Bodnar really. Though Eric Ockwerk is trying his hardest to be a part of that batch.
Paulie Hohn is going to take the lead in that battle.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, into the first corner. Yeah, good move there. As also up ahead, is Anders. I think they might have just touched a little. Not sure.
The light contact's okay, but Craig's going to fight back into turn 4.
Definitely is.
And he's done it. Returns the favour.
Some great battles going on right now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, fantastic stuff. As yeah, the gap at the front still around the same, so nothing going there. I think we've also got this battle for 15th, 16th, and 17th. Look at that, that's close as well. And probably Johnny Stavros, who's in 18th, probably is trying his hardest to become a part of that. And Paul Fenwick's not far off it either. So Joseph Wright feeling the pressure at the moment, which is what I love to see. I love to see that. I love to see Joseph a little sweating under the collar a little bit as we think we're right on board with Carl Little. Has a look, but yeah, that's not really an opportunity there.
I like how on the apex of each corner there's a sign that says apex. Just so if you don't know, you've just got that little bit of board thinking. I wonder if the IndyCar drivers needed that. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd be aiming for them, trying to swipe them out. There's something going up ahead. Like, I couldn't quite see where the battle was, but I think it's these guys. Yeah, look, Lorenzo Bodnar. Brian Budscombe battling away with Lorenzo Bodnar. Yeah, so Brian Budscombe up into 10th position for the moment, but Lorenzo Bodnar's looking back on the inside. I think he's going to make that stick. Yes, yeah. No, he has. Yep. Yeah, he's made that stick. But there was a bit of uncertainty there in the middle of that corner, but yes, Lorenzo
there was, because last time round, Craig Patterson, and when he was under attack there a lap or two ago, he able to come back, and that's why I wondered whether Lorenzo Bodnar was going to have the same issue with Brian Van Buskam there. So
yeah, and after his first couple of laps of issues, Charles Batcho seems to be all over the back of Eric Ockwerk. So
well, that's good to hear. That's good
Charles
to hear.
Batcho is obviously not happening now.
No, but you've got this little battle here. Joseph Wright is leading the group. He's definitely under pressure here. And he, I think that's Johnny Stavros is having a look at Paul Fenwick. Wasn't really going to make anything stick there.
Out 5 of them for this battle.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Looking good.
There's a great bit of racing. We're on board with Paul Fenwick, who DNF last time out.
Make a move. Tried last time, but this time looks even better. And Kreshnik Alili's going to be very close to them as well.
Look at this. Some great battling going on here. Fantastic stuff. My voice is starting to struggle here.
It's not good with 12 minutes of good racing gone.
No, it's not.
Still got 30 minutes plus.
Yeah,
Have you got anyone that you can tell to go and get a McDonald's milkshake?
No. McDonald's is a good 15 minutes away. So yeah. So by the time they get back, the race is gonna be over. But yeah, other milkshakes are available. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
crash
what
Nick.
great. Yeah. Oh. So I thought he was going to hit. I thought he was going to go into the side of him there, but he managed to put the brakes on that. As these three.
Good job there wasn't an apex sign there, otherwise he would have took it out.
I love the fact the other ones say turn. That's what I love. They don't tell you which way to turn, do they? As well. I've seen a couple of turn ones. So as we're on board with Kresnik Halili, which I think they do. Look, they do, don't they? Look.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think if you've got eyesight that bad, you shouldn't be driving.
Oh, Kresnik Halili using more than the track, shall we say? But he's under pressure from Johnny Stavros down the back straight. I think Johnny's going to make that stick by the looks of it. I think he's got the. Oh, has he got? No.
Ooh, no.
Up ahead as well. Joseph Wright. Oh, they're going to. Oh, I tell you, that was close. That was close. I thought they were going to. I was expecting contact there. I was expecting Joseph Wright to be in the steward's room at the end of this race. That's why I was. Yeah. But he's also cleverly there defending on the inside there because a lot of the time.
Oh, he's gone wide there. Oh, Carl Little's gone wide, sorry.
Yeah. So Kresnik Halili has now got an opportunity to put Carl Little under pressure. In the meantime, your race leader, is this man, Yuri Kazdrop. Christian Moreau, it's still within 300 seconds behind him. I wonder if he's just sitting there and just taking it easy and is going to pounce towards the latter stages of this race.
Certainly no harm in doing that. Of course, Christian's got nothing to lose at this point. He's ahead of Dan Long, so for his perspective and the championship perspective, every position he's ahead of Dan Long, he's extending his championship lead, and Yuri's not yet part of this championship, so with no points on the board, there's no point battling him overly aggressively at this point. That's
true. Yeah, that is true. Joseph Wright had lost Pete. Oh, and there's a spinner
round in the circle.
Oh! I've got a car that went up in the air. Yeah.
Joseph is as well. Joseph's off.
Yeah. There was a car that went up in the air. I kind of caught that on the stream. I don't quite know what happened there. But a car, we actually had a flying car at one point. Okay, this is, it tells me, oh, we got a smoking car. Can you see this? I think that's Johnny Stavros. I saw smoke. That's weird. Look,
yes,
see that?
It is. That must be the engine.
Oh, wow.
100% damage taking effect.
Yeah, but he's still going. So at one point my game was telling me I was looking at Joseph Wright, but I wasn't looking at Joseph Wright. I am now, and there he is. I don't quite know what happened with that incident. And like I said, I just saw a flying car. And it looked like he might have touched this man. So, yeah. When I say touched, I mean the cars combined.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I was going to say, I think.
I don't mean like he was stroking his face or anything. No, I wasn't. You know, like, just wanted to clear that up. I wasn't like, you know. So anyway, the less I say about that, probably the better.
Oh, fourth position battle.
Oh yeah, let's change. Let's change the subject. Brilliant, well done. Yeah.
I'm here to save you. Don't worry.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Oh, look at this. Did he just touch him?
And Christian Moreau's in the lead. And no, he's not. He's off the circuit.
Oh!
No. Whoa! How the? He's still in second.
Okay. Well, anyway, we don't quite know what happened there, but look at this. Oh, look at that, Anders Meyer. He's like driving a WRC car. That was unbelievable. Don't take too much out of your tyres, Anders Meyer, but he's trying to look up the inside of Matt Legale. But now, because he made that move, Paulie Ahonen is really... This is a great battle for... Oh, this is great stuff. This is...
They've all gone wide. Matt Legale's got the inside. Not quite. And Christian's in front again.
He is indeed.
What's happened to Yuri Kastorp?
He's gone into... Oh, he's lost his front wing.
He's lost his front wing.
I just said that. He's lost his front wing. Whoa. You'd think, wouldn't you? I don't know.
And Christian's lost part of his front wing.
Oh, blimey. Well, I think these two might have... Do you think they touched each other? Yeah. Well, they must have done. Oh, right. Okay, so this will be interesting. What do you do now? Do you just keep going? Oh, blimey.
I think he's no option but to.
Well, this could damage his tyres, surely. He could really... 27 minutes of the race remaining. Oh, blimey. Okay. What Yuri's got no front wing at all. He's going in the pits. He's in the pits. So Yuri is in the pits.
I'm just going back now through the replay and seeing if I can spot what happened. Got 180 seconds of replay to catch up on, so hopefully we'll get to it further.
Okay.
But it was definitely into turn 1 that it happened.
So you think it was the original incident where we saw Christian Muru had gone wide?
It was a large piece of flag. Look.
Okay. Yeah, you know what it is? We're trying to aim for the apex sign. That's what it was.
But yeah, they both. That was very weird.
Well, yeah, because from Christian Muru so far, we've only ever seen clean racing. So I mean, accidents do happen, and it may just be a genuine racing incident. We've completely missed what's occurred. So in the meantime, Christian Muru is. So Yuri's still in the pits. He's still in there, as you can see. I've put him on the screen. So but you know, it's where Christian Muru has still got part of his front wing remaining. So.
Yeah.
But
and if the race finishes like this, your top 3 predictions bang on.
Oh yeah.
Mine's completely out the window now.
Well, you know, you either got it or you haven't, Peter.
Yeah.
So Christian.
That McDonald's monopoly that's paying you good.
Yeah, yeah. We also had a barbecue this evening as well, so I've filled myself up with lots of protein and chicken. Yeah. Right. So back to the race. So Christian Muru racing for Pajama Racing is currently in first, but as you can see, he's missing the front end, the right wing end plate, or the right hand side of the front wing. Either I've got to get my words out. And Dan Long is currently in second position. He's 3 seconds behind him. I don't think Dan has been caught up in any instances. Looks like his car's intact. But these guys are, well, they're not teammates as such. They're in a very, well, they might, yeah. But Pajama Racing, Craig Patterson is Christian Muru's, but they're a sister team, I would imagine, a bit like the Toro Rosso is to Red Bull. So whether he would challenge Christian Muru for the win, I don't know. But we'll have to see what's going to happen in that respect. But in the meantime, Matt Legale currently hunting down Craig Patterson. Craig Patterson in third. Craig Patterson was on the podium last time out as well. A brilliant race last week from Craig Patterson. Matt Legale, started off brilliantly, but kind of faded away as the race went on. Paulie Ahonen, who's currently in sixth position, was your race winner last time out. Caught the rest of the grid unaware. So brilliantly done. Didn't pit, did a lot of fuel saving, saved 2.5 of laps of fuel, as Paulie is very close to the back of Anders Meyer now.
Yeah. And the other thing, Paulie's lap time, fastest lap time, is only a couple of thousandths behind Christian Muru's fastest lap time.
Yeah, he's definitely got pace in this here. I think he goes for the long game, doesn't he, Paulie? I like that about him. So anyway, he's looking now down the back of Anders Meyer, and he pulls over to the right hand side to get the inside. Okay, Paulie Ahonen there was smoking. He must have hit the brakes really early. I think. Looked like I couldn't tell if it was coming out the engine.
Yeah, even under acceleration, it's happening.
So has he got?
Possibly.
Oh, blimey. Okay. Eric Ogberg has been in the pits, seeing he's out. So where is... and Henry Drury's also been in the pits as well. Anders Jensen was off the track at some point. Completely missed that. So Henry Drury is back in the pits. Yeah. Oh, missed his pit box, I think. So where is the man that was in the race lead? Where's he now?
20th.
Right.
And his front wing doesn't look entirely fixed. So,
this is the thing. Yeah. See, there you go. I said this, didn't I? Before. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if that's meant because you leave with, you know, you kind of. I thought, because like, you know, in F1 or in F2 and anything else, they just pull the nose off and put a new one in. So Why are you not just doing that? Why is the game not doing that? Like,
Yeah.
why is it anyway? Oh,
And
I think
Is
he's
he-
gonna DNF now.
yeah,
He's
that
gonna-
doesn't look good for Yuri.
There you
Yeah.
go, and he has just done that. Right, so Matt
And it's
Nagale.
It looks like he's not fixed anything because it says he's gone out with a suspension issue. So,
Oh, unbelievable.
and if it would have fixed, he wouldn't have had a suspension issue, unless he's had another crash, of course.
Yeah, and we missed that. Yeah, possible. Okay, so we've got a back marker here, haven't we, in front of Craig Patterson? Is that
I
Christoph?
believe that's Christoph
Christoph.
Marsh,
who's spun?
exit stage left. So halfway through this race already, and Dan Long is only 1.8 seconds behind Christian Moreau, whereas it was about 3 seconds last time round.
It was, yeah, a couple laps ago when we were looking at the battle. Yeah, it definitely was. Keep an eye on that. Matt Nagale still applying pressure to Craig Patterson. And then behind that, you've still got Anders Meyer and Paul. I mean, you've got a bunch of cars pretty close together, 4th to 9th, really. Charles Bacchio sorted out whatever issues he was having earlier on and looks more bang on, doesn't he? Looking more on point. So, it's... will Matt Nagale look to make a move to take 3rd position away from Craig Patterson?
He's looking good out this final corner. This is where Matt seems to be strong. And once again, he looks in the toe of Craig Patterson. But each time, Craig just seems to be able to brake that little bit later so that Matt can't get through.
Good under
Here
brakes.
again, Matt's going to go to the inside quite early. And yeah, once again, Craig able to swoop around the outside.
Yeah, Matt there looking for the the inside the next corner, but Craig Patterson closed the door very nicely there. As Anders Meyer, come on thing, click, there we go. On Paulie Ahonen. Gets in on the inside. Now he's on the outside. Paulie Ahonen switches behind him, so couldn't come back at him. So
And we've got quite a few drivers in the pit lane here at half race distance.
oh, interesting. Oh yeah. So Christic well, we know about him. Paul Fenwick, Joseph Wright. So Christoph Madge. Oh, he's reversing. Paul Fenwick. There we go. A few drivers leaving now. So this is Christic Halili leaving the pits. He was in there for 39 seconds. Paul Fenwick was in there for 38 seconds. So interesting. Drivers are pitting. Not just over 19 and a half minutes to go. So yeah, interesting stuff.
Christian seems to have stabilised that gap between himself and second place Dan Long.
Yeah, it's
Now,
amazing actually that he's doing that without
around 2
really
seconds.
much of a front wing.
Yeah, he's just got that end plate missing, which shouldn't affect him too much, but we don't know what other damage he's got, because looking at the replay, it looked like his car just suddenly jumped behind Yuri Kastop's car, despite the fact he was half a second behind. And then Yuri stopped, and then he went and smashed into the back of him. So, unusual incident, and certainly one I've not seen before in this league, but at the moment, Christian controlling things at the front.
Yeah, keeping and I kind of feel like these guys aren't really far off them either, are they? Only 6.5 seconds. I mean, Christian Moreau is 6.5 seconds up the road to Craig Patterson. And continuing to fight and battle are Paulie Ahonen and Anders Meyer. And Matt Nagale is looking particularly strong still behind Craig Patterson, but just can't make it stick. Just can't get past. Needs a bit of DRS, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And smoking
these
there.
cars
Look at on
not
acceleration.
Yeah, he's very close through this section. But as we've discussed,
These cars
turn
keep
after this
smoking. I don't know if that's like a thing they're doing here. I don't. Look, Matt Nagale's now kicking out smoke out the back. You know, seen it on a few cars tonight. We haven't seen that any previous rounds, have we?
no, not at all. And from what we've seen, these cars don't have damage.
Yeah. Wonder if it's an well. It's 33 degrees still out there, but the track temperature, like you pointed earlier on, did drop quite considerably. It's 26. There you go. He's looking for making another move there. Look, and he's smoking away.
Yep.
He's making it. Can he? Oh! Got alongside, but Craig Patterson did not want to give up that position, and he's clearly taking the inside line here and just sort of forcing Matt Legale around the longer way round of the next couple of corners. Great defensive driving by Craig Patterson. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, he did what Yuri Kasdorp did on the first lap and just swooped round the outside, and seems to have worked for a couple of drivers this evening, and Craig's no different.
Yeah. Yuri Kasdorp has just set his best lap 1:35.6, gone purple. I think that's...
He's out of the race.
Well, okay, maybe he didn't just set it, but he said it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the fastest lap we've had so far.
Yes.
If you look at Christian Maru, his best lap was a 1:35.7, so 700-ish of a 100-second off that. His last lap's 1:36, so he's not as quick as he's about a second off his fastest lap. Still quick though, still quick. When you look at Dan Long, last time out it's 300 seconds slower, and then Craig Patterson is 100 of a second slower than Dan Long. So I can't see, and that's not bad going considering he's defending Matt Legale. If he could break away, he might catch Dan Long, but Paulie Ahonen has pulled out to the right there. Is he trying to make a move on Anders Meyer? As Matt Legale's car is still smoking.
And he's going to go for the move again.
Oh.
And once more, Craig pushed him right to the curb and stays ahead.
What is with the smoking car? It's getting worse.
Yeah. I can't imagine it's a graphical glitch. But it's possible. And I can't imagine it's damage other than...
I don't know. We've not seen this before, so...
No.
I really don't... Yeah. And it's happening really frequently now.
Yeah. It's like his car's about to expire or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. That's what I'm thinking. But... we go on board with Anders Meyer. Let's have a look. Is it still doing it? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it's doing it for Anders as well. Because if it is, it's a real distraction, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Getting the rear end a little bit loose there. Yeah, who was the car earlier on that was doing it as well? Who was it previously that we saw that first car to do it?
I think it was Paulie Ahonen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's not doing it anymore.
No.
And
Paulie's actually pulling out the slipstream in order to, well, possibly see.
or it could be the engine's overheating because you're in the slipstream. I don't know.
Possibly.
Because he's not really, he's just pulling out of the way, isn't he? Maybe he's just trying to keep his engine cool. I don't...
Yeah.
Not seen this before.
No. Will
Matt Legale last the next 13 minutes? 13 and a half minutes. Will he last? That is a... So you've had Anders Meyer just has been in the pits, apparently, according to my screen. But that doesn't make sense. And also, Anders Jensen has been off track. Going... Oh, he's picking up speed now. Eric Orvig has just lost a position out to Anders Jensen. Yeah. Something's happening there.
We've got Kreshnik Alili in the pit lane again. I believe this is the second time anyway.
Yeah. Paul Fenwick's just falling down to 14th position. Oh, he's smoking as well.
Paul Fenwick?
Yeah.
Indeed he is.
How odd. How have we not seen this before? Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Cars could be breaking down. I'm not really... Yeah, Matt Legale still smoking away.
But he's still putting Craig Patterson under pressure.
Just remember, kids, smoking ain't big and it's not cool, alright? Okay, as as he takes another look.
Looks more alongside this time.
He's got. I think he's got to have this time, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, look at that! Brilliant. Yeah, now he's going to be like, take that, Craig Patterson, take my smoke. Yeah, in your face, literally.
A literal smoke screen.
Right, so that's my top 3 gone for the moment.
Yep.
But, you know, it is what it is. So currently, Christian Moreau is your race leader. He's 2 seconds ahead of Dan Long. Christian Moreau is missing one of these end plates on his front wing. He had a collision earlier in the race with Yuri Kazdorp, who entered the pits to get repaired, but yeah, then had to DNF. It looked like his car didn't get fully have its nose replaced correctly. Dan Long coming in second, Matt Legale third, just overtaking Craig Patterson a moment ago. But this battle's not over for third. You've got these guys here. Any one of them could take third off Matt Legale, Craig Patterson, Anders Meyer, Paulie Ahonen, and potentially also Tobias Rona, because he's not far behind. And then actually, Lorenzo Bodnar and Charles Bacchio could come into the mix. So
yeah, and Tobias Rona's going a couple of tenths quicker than the battle in front every lap. So, and Paulie Ahonen's going to look for the inside. Not quite that time round.
I know, as Matt Legale's car continues to puff away. Puff the magic dragon. Yeah,
like a steam train.
Yeah,
maybe he's running alternative energy.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe alternative. Oh, Paulie Ahonen goes all WRC on us. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rear end, and that's letting.
Did it before, and now Tobias
Rona's got past. Yeah.
And look at Anders Berg over the inside of Craig Patterson.
Oof. Oof. I haven't got like a wider lens on the camera so we can catch all the action as it's happening.
Yeah.
Craig Patterson's close to Matt Legale as well, so this is a lovely little battle going on. And I tell you what's also happening, Dan Long is only within 1.5 seconds now, Christian Moreau.
Yeah, and they're coming up to some lap traffic. I'm trying to work out how that is. I think that's Anders Jensen and Eric Ockverk and Joseph Wright.
Yeah, so Joseph Wright, I believe, temporarily became an aeroplane earlier in the race.
Okay.
So that's why he's back there. He went off the track as well after that, and I think it was him and Cole Little that came together. So
yeah.
So yeah.
And, I think good news for Matt Legale. I think his car stopped smoking.
Well, good, because it's a health concern. So
yeah. And it's for his car as well.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed. It's also a very, very expensive habit, especially when engines are concerned, as Red Bull are finding out this season with F1. So
yep.
Penalties. As no, start again. Yeah. It couldn't do it. Couldn't quit. Look at that.
It's slowing down though. The addiction's stopping.
Indeed. As so we're currently looking at the battle for third position. Matt Legale is currently holding that position. The lead up the front is closing down to 1.2 now, so we'll go back to that if need be. So we'll keep an eye on that as best that we can while we're watching this battle. Craig Patterson is putting Matt Legale under some pressure. It was the other way round a few laps ago. Into the first corner, Matt Legale was trying to get past Craig Patterson and couldn't quite make it stick, and then 2 laps ago he managed to do so. But now Craig Patterson is falling into the clutch a little bit of Anders Meyer, actually. It's amazing how quickly it can turn around. You know, you look like you're putting someone else under pressure, but then there you make the slightest mistake and then you're into the clutches of someone else within a heartbeat, and it's just, yeah, amazing racing tonight.
Yes, the nature of these cars as well, and at the moment, Anders Meyer and Tobias Rona looking at the best position in this battle, and Paulie Ahonen looking good as well, despite his
Anders Jensen taking very dramatic actions to get out of the way of the battle. Taking himself off track. So here we go. Start finish straight. Paulie Ahonen's gonna have a look, isn't he?
Oh, he pulls out very early.
I think it's temperature. It's got to be. It's got to be engine temperature.
And Craig Patterson's gonna go for a move.
He's made that. Look at that.
Yeah. Great on the brakes.
He looked
But Matt's
faster
gonna
though.
get the run
That
down towards turn
genuinely
3.
could. Matt Legale's engine could be genuinely struggling because it looked like Craig Patterson just went past him, but also it could be the amount of wing they're running, couldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
True.
because it just looked like he just breezed past him as well. And previous laps when Matt was trying to get past him, he couldn't. So maybe that's it. Maybe Matt Legale's faster because you did say on the exits of the corners, Matt Legale looks stronger. Could be
so
he's running a higher downforce on the car.
Through this back section, these fast corners. Look at Matt Legale, how he's able to hug behind.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go look at the battle for the lead. Look, it's.
Oh wow, this is the battle for the championship lead as well.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, so
1 point in it.
Really closed up. We've only got 6.5 minutes remaining. So, we've been giving Matt Legale etc. a lot of focus, but we do need to kind of keep an eye on that battle. But we really should be keeping an eye on this race for the lead because this is also hotting up.
Yeah, and Dan Long closer than he has been all race, and 2 tenths in it as they cross the line. In fact, 1 tenth in it as they cross the line, and Dan Long's going to go straight past Christian Moreau, even before they've got to the turn 1, I think. And Christian gives him plenty of room, and Dan goes through.
I wonder if that was strategic a little bit, maybe, because he hasn't got. There's no point battling because with the wing situation, he's probably starting to struggle now with his tyres.
Oh, Dan has gone wide though.
He has gone wide, and he's going to let him. Well, oh no, he keeps it. Okay. Oh yeah. So Dan Long takes the race lead away from Christian Moreau with 5.5 minutes of the race to go. Craig Patterson coming in third. Craig Patterson, Matt Legale 4th, Anders Meyer 5th, Paulie Ahonen 6th. Paulie Ahonen's just taken 6 away from Tobias Rona. Tobias Rona then in 7th, Charles Bacchio 8th, Lorenzo Bonda 9th, 10th, Brian Van Buscombe round out your top 10. Some great racing tonight. Not quite as manic as last week, and I don't think my voice could kind of take that really, to be honest. But
Matt Legale's car again.
Smoking away.
Yeah. And another car is that. Further back, is that Paulie Ahonen's car as well?
I don't know. Not sure. I did notice when we were looking at the race leaders that there was a group. Paulie Ahonen is coming in. Oh, no, he just went wide. He's not coming to the pits at all, but he's lost a couple of positions there. So he's now falling down to 8th. And there's someone in. There's Anders Myers leaving the pits. No, hold on. No, for some reason it seems to think
Tobias Rona's the one that's smoking.
Yeah.
So 2 cars and 2 talking door racing cars smoking away here with 5 minutes to go.
Oh, and Paulie Ahonen's also smoking. What is this?
I think you could be right about engine temperatures, but we'd never seen it before because if you look at the ambient temperature, 34 degrees, that's very high, so the engines will be struggling.
Yeah. But like you clocked earlier on, the track temperature has really dropped. You would have thought the ambient temperature would have dropped as well. Unusual. Okay. So these two are kind of breaking away a little bit. They're for third step on the podium even, that's what I'm trying to say.
And your bet's pretty much back on, apart from the lead.
Well, it wasn't a bet, it was just a prediction, of course, but
prediction, yes.
Yes. Yeah, no money involved.
No.
Shame, really. I could have stolen a couple of quid off you, but yeah.
Yeah, good point. And Dan Long, I think, looks to have this one in the bag.
Stretching his legs a little bit now, isn't he? So
yeah. Having said that, Christian's last couple of laps have been in the 136s, high 136, high 137. So
Craig Patterson is going quicker than him at the moment. So I don't think he's got 8.5 seconds to gain. I don't think it's the race lead. But hold on, no, I can't see them catching him.
No, I think Christian's tyres have just gone off the cliff. Because of course he's got that damage to the front wing, so that
yeah.
won't be
Well, that's why.
helping us either.
That's what that's what I said that likely to happen.
Yeah, and you were right. You were right. Yeah.
I keep being right. It's quite scary,
Yeah.
really. Ah, blimey. Okay, so your race leader Dan Long pulling away a little bit from Christian Maru, but we've still got a battle here for third.
Charles Batchel be inside of Anders Murr.
Paulie
Fifth and
Ahonen
sixth.
also trying to get involved.
And he's going to go up the inside. Ooh, can't get it through. And Tobias Rona also there.
Yeah, it's... Wow.
5 of them for 5th position.
Yeah.
And it's like a bin of steam train coming through.
It's unbelievable. It's very unusual. Very unusual.
Maybe that's what the S in USF means.
What, steam train?
Steam.
Steam, yeah.
Oh, and Anders Murr in.
Okay, right. With 1 minute to go.
Is that fuel?
Must be. Must well be.
There's 2 steam trains alongside each other back here. Paulie Ahonen. In fact, there's 3 of them now.
It's got to be.
Ahonen, Tobias Rona, and Lorenzo Bonda.
Yeah, I'm surprised these engines are still the race leaders haven't got this. The race leaders haven't got this problem. Look,
No.
neither of them are smoking. Christian Maru has got the gap down a little bit, 1.5, 1.4 ish. So.
And Anders Murr's lost about 25, 30 seconds in that pit stop, and he's dropped all the way down to 11th.
Yeah. Wasn't able to save fuel enough, I would imagine. Okay,
No.
so where's Paulie Ahonen? Here we go. Tobias Rona. They're all pretty close together. Charles Bacchio. 18 seconds remaining. Right, let's go look at our race leader, Dan Long. I think this will be the final lap. As the clock's about 3, 2, 1. So hopefully when we comes over the line, it will tell me he's finished.
Yep. And
No,
that'll be
another
a
car
level
pit.
championship once again.
Paul Fenwick's car smoking away there. So,
And Dan Long wins.
Wins,
Here
there we
at
go.
NOLA.
yeah, brilliant. And Christian
Ahead of
Maru
Christian
in
Moreau.
second.
Craig Patterson on the podium once again.
Woohoo!
And Matt Legalle's a lap down apparently.
Oh,
Paulie Ahonen,
what happened
Charles
there?
Bacchio 5th, Paulie Ahonen 6th.
What
I'm
happened
going
there
to
with
count Matt
Okay.
Legalle still there. That was weird, but Lorenzo Bonda, Brian Van Booskeman's going to come through in 9th position if we're still counting Matt Legalle, which, for the sake of it, I am. Carl Little's going to get a top 10 position. Anders Murr, after pitting on the final lap, is going to get 11th. And Simon Marshall, Paul Fenwick, and Eric Vogberg, who are both smoking away.
It's not cool, kids.
Oh, no. Not for
such a
engines
bad,
either.
such a bad joke. Yeah, I know.
It is. You're giving out good advice tonight, though.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Right, so Simon Marshall finishes in 11th. These two are still battling away. Look.
Eric Ockberg.
Oh, he's
Squeeze a move at the final corner. No. So it's going to be Paul Fenwick who's going to get 13th, what are you going to say? Because I've got to say Matt Legalle's got to still be 5th. I've got
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Paul
That's
Fenwick and Eric Ockberg cross
That's
the line.
everyone.
And,
Oh.
yeah, that's...
Hope they're all okay.
Yeah.
So, there's your race result. Yeah, do you want to take us through that? My voice is going.
Yep, so our winner and the driver who's going to retake the championship lead with 108 points is 108? 80? Yep, 108 points is Dan Long. Level with him will be Christian Moreau. In fact, it's going to be 107. My bad, because it's 79 plus the 28 he got for the win.
Don't do nice maths. It's never going to end well.
It's not. Christian Moreau, with the 27 points on top of 80, is also going to be on 107. So the top two in that race are going to be tied on the championship lead going into the final round at Silverstone. Craig Patterson got third position in the end, the second podium on the bounce, another 26 points for him. Charles Baccio apparently got fourth, but I believe he got fifth. And after that, my positions have disappeared.
Right. Okay. So I took a screenshot. So here you go. So
clever.
Charles Baccio fourth, Paul Yohanan fifth, Tobias Rona sixth. But we, like you say, we think Matt Legale should have ended fourth, wasn't it? So Lorenzo Bond the seventh, Brian Mariscom eighth, Carl Little ninth, Anders Meyer 10th. 11th, Simon Marshall. 12th, Paul Fenwick. Eric Ogverk, 13th. Daniel Watkin, 14th. Anders Jensen, 15th. It currently says Matt Legale, 16th, but we don't think that's right. Joseph Wright, 17th. Kresnik Halili, 18th. Henry Drury, 19th. Christoph Madge, 20th. Christoph Madge, Yuri Kazdorp, Johnny Stavros, and Andrew Harper were all DNFs this evening. So, lower number of unfinishers this week, so that's definitely an improvement. But the top three guys are in the green room waiting for us. So let's go and join them. Good evening, guys.
Evening.
Hello.
Hello. Another fantastic race. At a track this evening that one I don't really know, and particularly when I had a night out last night, my voice is struggling today. So, but some great activity. So let's start with the man who finished the race in pole. Well, in first, even not pole. Dan, congratulations.
Thank you.
From you, did you see what happened between Christian Moreau and Yuri Kazdorp? Did you know that Christian had a bit of damage there on his front wing, and do you think because of that you had more pace?
I don't think the actual contact between Chris and Yuri was the one, but the backmarker contact really put it in for him. I
think. We missed that. Okay,
yeah,
so that's what happened, right?
But all I saw was bits of front wing just littering the track. I sort of ran over a bit and just see lots of trails of dust in the grass, and then all of a sudden I'm 3 seconds closer to them, and yeah, a bit strange.
And did you felt like you just had the pace to get past Christian Moreau?
To be honest, I didn't really have the pace for the most part. I kind of got lucky really that Chris had more damage and that his tyres just went off. I was really just trying to fuel save as much as possible and just keep it steady and not do anything silly. Track limits are quite a thing around there, and
yeah, indeed,
it's quite a tricky track. So I just tried to keep the tyres in good condition, and I was kind of in no man's land really for the most part of it. Chris was sort of 4 seconds up the road. I had Craig about 4 seconds behind. It was kind of in no man's land.
Just a quick question for you. So, last time out in this obviously we've got this round just happened now, but last time out in Interlagos we had quite an instant fueled first lap, and Peter and I were watching again the warm up lap before the start of the race. And do you think driving as slow as you guys do to save the fuel? I understand why you're doing it, but do you think that affects the tyre temperatures and the brakes and is likely to cause more instances into the first corner, especially with the cars further back?
The tyre temperatures certainly aren't warm, for sure. I mean, you do literally no weaving to try and keep the tyres as healthy as possible, and no harsh braking. So the tyres are cold, the brakes are cold, but for the most part, the guys at the front really don't seem to struggle. So it just seems to be, I don't know whether it's a concertina in the back of the pack or what it is, but it seems to be every round there's some sort of crash at the first lap and people get taken out and all sorts happen. So yeah, I don't know whether it's just the format making the warm-up lap slow and it's just causing bottlenecks and whatnot, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, again, congratulations on your win this night. I think you take the championship lead as well after that as well. Nice. So Christian Maru, congratulations on second spot. I'm sure you wanted it to be a win tonight. What happened with the damage? We missed that. We thought it was because of you, because we noticed that Yuri Kasdorp had pitted, and at one point you went wide on one of the corners when you're battling with him, and we thought the damage was them, but Dan just said that wasn't the case. It was a back marker.
No, so I mean, start of the race was really good. We got into a rhythm and kept up with Yuri for quite a while, and I guess he had a lag spike of some sort. Was following him about half a second behind, and then I guess the cars just warped, and then at that point I lost front downforce. But for some reason it didn't affect my pace all that much, so at that point we weren't too concerned. I was able to keep going, and it was just that unfortunate incident with the back marker that, in my opinion, I thought was totally unnecessary. I mean, that'll be another story. But in the end, yeah, too much damage done to the rear side. A lot of drag down the straight. Tires were ruined as well from the damage because the car was pushing a lot more through the corners. So in the end, decided to settle with what we decided to make out during the race, and take it to the last race, because tied at this point should be a nice battle. Yeah,
indeed. It takes into the last round, which is at Silverstone. Is that one of your favourite tracks?
I wouldn't say so, but
right.
I can make it work.
Okay, and then the man that takes the third step on the podium twice, 2 weeks in a row now is Craig Patterson. Congratulations, Craig.
Yay! Thanks.
Quite a battle there with Mr. Legale, didn't you?
Yes, pretty much from the beginning of the race, the whole idea was just to fuel save, and I ain't quick when it's fuel saving. I just struggle so much. It was just trying to keep the fuel down but defend as hard, or try to pull away as much as my fuel would allow me. I couldn't get into rhythm. I'd do one good lap, next lap wouldn't be so great, third lap sloppy, then I'd do alright on another lap. But yeah, I was thankful come the last lap when I've just been informed that you had enough fuel, just go for it, and last lap just went to keep that podium.
Yeah, because we noticed that we think you must have been running less wing than him, because when you went back, when he got past you, you got back past him with quite some ease. Because the last few laps he had constantly tried to get past you into the first corner, and God, you left him no room. I mean, it was like on the edge. I mean, it wasn't you weren't doing anything wrong, but it was very, very close margins, and you guys were racing on the limit by the looks of it, and it was some great racing between both of you.
Yeah, he wasn't fully alongside, so
yeah,
that's still my corner.
Exactly. Yeah,
and I navigate when I'm going to turn in. If he's fully alongside, then I'll give him room. So.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see. Just from all three of you, we noticed, like especially Matt. Matt's car started smoking. Is that something we've seen before?
Yes, it's so fun following someone that's smoking.
So the way these cars work is you apply tape to the radiator intake, and you can reduce your drag by putting more. And I guess some people were running. I think Andrews was smoking for most of the race.
Yeah.
See him around the track, basically. There's so much smoke coming out. To be honest, we didn't really play around with that too much. But it is one tactic that you can use, I guess, to gain a little bit of time. Yeah.
We wonder if it was causing damage to the car, and that's what had damaged the engine, and that's why it starts smoking, and they would eventually kind of potentially break. But you know,
If
the levels of the water levels or whatnot get too hot, or the oil temps, then yeah, I think it does break. But I think if it's intermittent, I think you can just about get away with it.
Right. Okay. Because we noticed that Paulie Ahonen, his car started smoking, and he would then pull out down the start finish straight immediately out of the radiator of the previous car, to try and obviously keep the temperatures under control. But there were quite a few drivers had started smoking towards the end of the race, but Matt was smoking predominantly for the most of the second half. So we were expecting him to conk out, and we also saw a car in the air at one point as well. I'm sure there'll be a steward's inquiry on that one this evening. But thank you very much for your racing this evening. Thank you very much to everybody that watched the event. Apologies for the technical issues that we had at the start. These things do set to try us sometimes, and next time out, hopefully things will be a little bit smoother. But thank you to our top three of Dan Long, Christian Moreau, and Craig Patterson for joining us after the race. And join us next Sunday for the final round. The championship isn't over yet, so these guys will be battling out. And I believe it's the longest race of the series as well. I think it's 60 minutes rather than the 40. So we got to do more talking, Peter. So we've got more air to fill next week. So, and thank you very much to Peter Lee for joining me once again. Thanks, Peter.
No problem. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you to everybody that's watched this evening. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to write some comments. You know, we're always listening if we could do things better. Obviously, we'll try not to have any technical hitches next week. And until next Sunday, have a great week.
Bye.